What's up, guys? It's been a little while. I've been so busy and it's been a million degrees, and it's just been like so hard to make videos when it's a million degrees. Anyway, so I had a subscriber reach out to me. Her name is Bina, and she asked me if I could look at her chart. So I'm going to do another one of my subscriber readings and add this to that playlist. So if you're interested in learning more about someone who has an archetype of Jupiter and Aries, then stay tuned. Alright, so this is Bina's chart. She has Pisces rising, and again, walking you through how to read a chart. We've done this a million times. Pisces rising, we look at Jupiter Aries. So her personal archetype is Jupiter and Aries. So Jupiter is in Aries is not technically dignified in the way, kind of according to the table of dignities, but it's considered its joy in Aries. Jupiter really likes being in Aries. Jupiter likes to be free and adventurous and explore and have that really free energy. And Aries is really forward and aggressive and knows how to get what it wants. So Jupiter and Aries tend to be really adventurous, outgoing people. Having that Pisces rising in the early degrees might make her a little bit more tentative at first with things. She's not always super sure of herself, but as soon as you get past that and you're starting to really see the real her, you're gonna see that she's curious, she's interested, she's not, she's gonna go after things she wants to do. Maybe a little rebellious, but she's just kind of doing what she wants. So that's great. It's very strong. It's on the second house. So there's it's right on the cusp there, which means it has that extra power. It's really like stepping into that space in a really powerful way. So although it's not considered, an angular house, it still has some powerful energy there being on that cusp. So the second house is about possessions, and she has 3 planets there in the third house. So I'm wondering... it's the house of possessions and money. It just looks like a chart of a person who really has enough, more than enough of everything they need. So, good chance that Bina belongs to a family that's fairly well situated. Hey, no need to be embarrassed about that. It's all really set up that way in the chart. So you got all this other Aries stuff here, so let's look at that as well. So we got Moon in Aries, conjoined the Sun in Aries, and the Sun is exalted in Aries. So it's really, really, really a go-getter kind of girl. This is somebody who's just going to ask for whatever they want, just going to get it. That moon, she was born on a new moon. So the moon was conjoined the Sun right there, that's a new moon, and... very powerful there in Aries. So there's a little bit of a thing here. I don't know you that well, Bina, but you might have a tendency to be a little bit self-absorbed at times, and you don't realize that you don't mean to be. You're just really interested in yourself, and so that's going to be something that you work with as you get older. I did the math. I believe you just turned 18, so. You're getting older, you're going to start to realize that you need to be more aware of other people, and that's fine. And then when we look at how this Aries is, what the flavor of that, we want to look to the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars, and Mars is up here in Scorpio, and that's in its own sign as well. So this is what you consider to be a very well dignified chart. You have Jupiter in its joy, you have the Sun in exaltation and Mars in its own sign. So you've got 3 planets right off the bat that are really strong. And we look down here at Saturn in Taurus is kind of neither here nor there. It's considered peregrine. Venus in Gemini is peregrine. Mercury's in detriment in Pisces here. And the reason why is Mercury's how you communicate, and Pisces is not a communicator. They're more of an intuitor. They don't like to, they're just not good at communicating. Sometimes it just comes out like blah, 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 blah. So I bet that, this is a personality of somebody who's sort of self-righteous, has a lot of confidence, knows what she likes, has a really hard time communicating to other people, this might be, she might have been a difficult kid to have. Her parents probably been pretty, I would imagine her parents would be frustrated with her because she, this is the kind of person who never necessarily wants to do something wrong, but she wants to do whatever she wants, and she's just not good at communicating that, so she doesn't realize that, like, her parents might be worried about her if she hasn't been home for, like, a couple days. Like, she doesn't think that way, so that's kind of what she's gonna eventually learn a little bit more of. But this is, the chart of someone who's, has a lot of their material things taken care of, and so they're like, okay, well, now what? What is my life about? And so that's why the chart is, like, calling her to figure out, like, who am I? And it's probably why she reached out to me to look at this chart. She's like, who am I? What am I supposed to do? So strengths in the chart, have to do with working with money, working with finance, can be related to a little bit, could be related with buildings. That's usually the third house can be buildings, but I'd pull that in there. Maybe like real estate might not be that interesting to her, but it's kind of a natural thing. She's got a lot, whatever the dominant parent is, that's usually it's usually the fourth house. So that's the dad. He's in detriment, so he's probably and he's in the first house, so it's probably pretty difficult. There's probably a trickier relationship with the father. The mother is usually the 10th house, and that would make the mother Jupiter also. So she probably has a lot more in common with her mom, or whoever the lesser dominant parent is, usually the mother. But there's going to be a closer relationship to the mother because she's more like you. Maybe she is annoying to you as well because she reminds you of you. But she might be the kind of mom who's like, I've been there, done that. I know what you're trying to figure out, and I wish I could help you, but you're not going to listen to me. So that's probably what's going on with that. And then for the relationship partner archetype, it's all Virgo, which is Mercury as well. So that's going to be a father, someone who reminds you of your dad. Probably someone who's, not very communicative. Kind of maybe a little bit depressive, a little, kind of like a little bit perfectionist, but can't put it into words. Just really have high expectations of you, and the partner. As a partner, I think you're gonna want somebody who's gonna take a back seat to you and let you kind of, drive the car and that kind of thing, and you kind of run the show and have them sort of take a back seat. So you just have to be careful that you don't date somebody who you're just going to walk all over, because there's going to be a tendency for you to just like walk all over people. That Venus in Gemini is very, very, very sociable. You're probably a social butterfly. You know a lot of different people in your community, like to have fun. So, you have a chart that's very interesting. You're going to want to, you have a very privileged, fortunate chart, so you're going to want to, I understand why you're reaching out, trying to understand, who you are and what you're supposed to figure out. It's kind of one of the, it just reminds me a little bit of some of these, like, privileged, spiritual people, actually, in history, like the Buddha and Jesus, these people who were kind of born in sort of nicer circumstances, and then were like, I have everything, so then what? Like, what's life about? So they kind of went out in the world. And I imagine you probably eventually wanting to do that, kind of go traveling, see what else is going on in the world, and start to get a better grasp for what's really happening, because you're not going to ever be satisfied staying where you are right now. So that's a quick read on your chart, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made all the assumptions right. I assumed you were a girl, female, I don't know. And I assumed a lot of things about you, but anyway, I hope it was interesting, and thanks for reaching out. And for the rest of my subscribers, please subscribe. I love to teach more about astrology. Every once in a while, I'll do a subscriber reading, so always be tweeting me and Facebook me and Instagram me and email me, and however you want to get in touch with me. I'm always happy to and eager to talk to you guys. And let me know who else's chart you want to see. I know I'm planning, to do Miley Cyrus later this week, so stay tuned for that. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!